The ultimate breakfast sandwich. That's right, McDonald's, we're coming after you, so without further ado, let's get straight into the recipe. Okay, but what's actually in the ultimate breakfast sandwich? For me, it's sausage, egg, bacon and cheese encased in an English breakfast muffin. And who else makes breakfast sandwiches like this? McDonald's do. We're taking on McDonald's. Let's get straight into the recipe. Let's start off by making our very own breakfast muffins. Into 270 grams of lukewarm whole milk, you're going to put 7 grams of active dried yeast, along with 10 grams of caster sugar. Give that all a mix up, and then we're going to let that sit for 10 minutes to let the yeast activate. In the meantime, we're going to put 450 grams of high quality bread flour into the bowl of a stand mixer, along with 5 grams of fine sea salt. Chuck the bowl onto the stand mixer and attach the dough hook attachment. And after 10 minutes, once the yeast is activated and all foamy, we're going to pour in all of our yeast while mixing this on a medium speed, along with 30 grams of melted unsalted butter, and then you're going to let this knead for 10 to 12 minutes until you have a beautiful smooth dough. Once your dough has come together, you're going to turn it out onto a clean work surface and knead it for a further 2 to 3 minutes, forming that into a nice rough ball shape and placing that dough into a lightly greased bowl, covering that with cling film and placing it in a warm place to proof for 1 to 2 hours or until it's doubled in size. Once doubled in size, we need to degas the dough, so give it a punch and then turn that out onto a nice clean work surface. You're then going to take a rolling pin and roll this out to about 1 inch thick, and then take a circle cutter. We're going to cut our muffin shapes out, and once you've cut out a bunch of muffin shapes, you're going to place these onto a baking sheet that has been dusted with some cornmeal. This is going to prevent it from sticking. Repeat this process with all of your dough until you have absolutely no dough left. Just keep re-rolling out all the trim, and then you're going to dust the top with some more cornmeal, cover that with some cling film, and then let that proof for another 1 to 2 hours or until doubled in size. Once doubled in size, it is time to cook them. So you want to take a heavy base pan and brush that with a little bit of neutral tasting oil. Turn that onto a low heat, low to medium heat, and then we're going to carefully, very carefully lift our muffins off the tray and place them gently into the pan. We're going to cook these for 5 to 6 minutes on one side at a time, and then you're going to give them a flip. They should be looking nice and golden. You're going to let these cook for another 5 to 6 minutes on the other side, and then after that you just want to keep turning them regularly until they reach an internal temperature of 95 degrees Celsius plus. Then chuck them onto your wire rack to cool. While you repeat the process, just make sure between each batch that you clean the pan so you don't have any burnt cornmeal as you continue to cook your muffins. Let's move on to making our sausage patties. You're going to need 500 grams of pork mince, followed by 7 grams of unprepped thyme, sage and rosemary. Pick the leaves off, cut that up super duper finely and add that into your pork mince, along with 4 cloves of finely minced garlic. I just use a microplane and grate it without even peeling it. That's a good little hack for you. And you're also going to throw in 1 teaspoon of MSG, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and then crack in a few nice fresh cracks of black pepper. Give that all a mix together, and that is your sausage patty mix. Done. We're going to weigh this out into 80 gram portions, and then we're going to place this to one side while we prepare everything else for this dish. Let's talk roasted garlic tomato ketchup. Very simple. To roast some garlic, you're going to take 1 bulb of garlic that's been cut in half and drizzle that with a bit of olive oil. Put a crack of black pepper on there, a little bit of salt, wrap this up in tin foil, and then we're going to place this into an oven set to 180 degrees for about 12 minutes. After 12 minutes, you just have some delicious looking roasted garlic. You're just going to squeeze that, and all of those garlic cloves are going to pop out of the skin. You're going to want to take a knife and you're going to kind of squish the garlic with the side of the knife. This is going to create a garlic puree type thing. I'm going to put that garlic puree into 150 grams of tomato ketchup, give that all a good mix together, and then you're going to go in with 1 tablespoon of tomato puree, and that right there is your roasted garlic tomato ketchup done. Let's get on to cooking our sausage patty. Into a pan on a super high heat, add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and then place in one of your sausage patties. You're going to push this down with some kind of utensil so it sticks to the surface of the pan. This is going to create a crust, and after 2 to 3 minutes you're going to flip that bad boy, and that's going to reveal a nice golden brown colour on the sausage patty. Cook this to an internal temperature of 75 degrees plus. And then we're going to cook an egg in the same pan. Place a tablespoon of vegetable oil in the pan and crack your egg into that. We want to cook this on super high temperature so we get a nice crispy bottom to the egg. Hit that brother with some salt and pepper and then cook out until the white is fully cooked but the yolk is still runny. Remove that from your pan, and then we're going to use the same pan yet again to toast our muffin. Cut it in half and toast it till it's nice and golden brown. Time to assemble our breakfast muffin. Onto the bottom of the muffin, you're going to melt 1 slice of red Leicester. Chuck this under the grill or use a blowtorch if you've got a blowtorch, but I know everyone doesn't have one of those. Then you're going to follow that up with our delicious, juicy sausage patty, and after that some crispy, streaky bacon or pancetta. I totally forgot to film this part, guys, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So just make some of that and chuck that in there. And then you're going to want to follow that up with your delicious egg with that runny yolk and that crispy bottom. Last but not least, you're going to take a tablespoon of that roasted garlic tomato ketchup and put that on the top layer of the muffin, and then place that on top, and this is ready to be devoured. There you have it, my version of the McDonald's egg, bacon, sausage
McMuffin.
This thing is naughty. Look at it. Absolutely dripping. I am making a mess of myself. Oh my god. That is incredible.
Holy crap.
That is actually like, we made something here, guys. You gotta go try and make this. The muffins are absolutely delicious. We made them ourselves. The sausage patty is, all the herbs in there just pack in a punch of flavour. The cheese is really nice on there. The crispy bacon, or the pancetta, crispy smoked pancetta, and that roasted garlic tomato ketchup. Whack of flavour. The star is these muffins, actually. They are absolutely incredible. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this week's video. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.